Summer Shred-15, bitch! What up, man? Welcome back. I am Masculinity Architect, Duwaynelangham. This is the Ave, Yolo Ave, the road least traveled. And you just tuned in for another Summer Shred-15 update. Joining me for the journey is 15% body fat. Using sugar fasting, sugar dieting, specifically sugar fasting for 5 days. Update for today, 228 on the scale, down about 2.9 pounds, I think it said, from yesterday. I'll get right to it. Just got through getting the pump in the gym with my little 30-pound dumbbells, making it do what it do. And again, just reiterating, all I'm doing is stimulating the muscle. High volume, high reps, sets of 30, really one set of 30, full body, hitting every muscle group, doing some wall squats, holding some dumbbells out, hitting the shoulders, combination lifts, hitting some chest, shoulders, rows, triceps, biceps, calf raises, lunges after that, just doing what it do. What I say? So I got it on my playlist. All body, no weights, getting it in, doing what I can, getting in where I fit in. Don't want to lose the gains. So again, back to the title. How have I failed sugar fasting already on the second day? Did I crack? Did I fold? Where's my discipline? Am I a liar? Am I out here pulling a cross and shout out snake? Have I fallen off for sugar fasting already? Going for 5 days of sugar fasting. You saw the thumbnail. Hot chicken, rice. Put some salsa up in that mix. 2 cups of it. Straight in the microwave, 90 seconds. Added some honey to it because I put a lot of salsa. That mango habanero salsa is spicy as fuck. Added some honey to it. A little extra. Read all about it. But anyway, back to the topic. How did I fall off? Well, according to my food tracker, my protein is at 50 grams for the day. Not bad, and at the same time, it's not sugar fasting. But I will say that isn't, especially for my body weight currently, 228, this muscle I got, it does slow down FGF21. But I like, and of similar belief to Mark Bell, shout out to the guy. You got to actually dial in for what works for you. And when I tell you how it happened, you'll kind of understand anyway. It wasn't necessarily intentional. The fat is at like 60 or 70 grams. I'm going to explain that as well. So the problem being, I stocked up the diet, the food, back in the hotel. LeBron, that you? I'll take that. King James in this bitch. I'll take that. So I stocked up with the food I would need, got rid of all the protein. Like I said, what I did, I went and grabbed some salad kits from Walmart. They got the discount clearance, the stuff that goes to expire. So I found myself in a conundrum. Go and check out, obviously, the salads have dressings. That's why the fat's high. So dressing on there, avocado, ranch, and just like with the oils, just for information's sake, there's 9 calories for every gram of fat versus carbohydrates and protein, which is roughly 4 calories for every gram of protein or carbs. So basically, you get a lot more. So just a tablespoon of oil, you're getting your calories in there. You're getting the extra fat. So when you put dressing on, when you sauce a pan, you're getting that fat up in there. When you sprinkle some cheese on, of course, those salad kits can have all the above. Had some, and this is probably where the protein came in too. I know there was bacon bits, I know there was chicken, and we're talking about like back to the room, have a good old salad, vegetables, which I had one yesterday as well. Salad, carbohydrates, vegetables, carbohydrates. Yesterday as well. Salad, carbohydrates, vegetables, carbohydrates. Still sugar fasting. Rice, still sugar fasting. It's just not the fruits, juices, honey, table sugar. I'm aware of this. Don't burn me at the stake. The goal is to go ahead and do a proper sugar fast. That's what we're shooting for 5 days. And obviously clearance salads, I bought it, spent money on it, and they start bubbling up. Whatever it does, whatever's inside that starts to age, it's only going to go bad. So do I wait 5 days? Fuck no, I'm going to eat the food that I got. Plus I wanted some salad. So that's what happened. That's where the calories came from. But I'm sugar fasting, people. 378 grams of sugar. Your boy is still getting it in, do what I do. Come on now. I ain't slacking. It just is what it is. So that's the case by case. But today I have, like I said, I also want to touch on the flexibility. So one, why it's not horrible. It may slow down the FGF21, the protein only, not the starches, but the protein. The fat, if you have too much fat, will definitely confuse the body because you're going to be getting in another fuel source. Breaking it down again, protein is your building block of the macronutrients. That's for your bones, that's for your muscle, that's what the protein's used for. It does slow down FGF21 as far as metabolism, fat burning benefits. Metabolism benefits, we'll say that. However, fat is an energy source. Carbohydrates are an energy source. Too much fat, your body's going to get confused. It's going to block one or the other. That's why there's a difference in having candy, all sugar, no fat, and having donuts, cookies. Mix the fat with the sugar, body gets confused. The body's going to start storing it. What is it? Fatty liver disease, all kinds of other problems come up. Insulin sensitivity, all the other problems basically the average American or Western diet is dealing with. So, however, the caveat, the science of it, fat in your body is the primary, if you will. I look at it, I'm not very scientific, I just know the knowledge about the nutrition. That's your transport system. If you don't have fats in the body, an unhealthy degree, which can happen with sugar fasting, basically your hormones are going to get out of whack. And that's, of course, prolonged situations. If you're breaking a cycle, every few days, blah, 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 it all works out. Oh, people, are they requesting the flex? Okay, I can take comments like that other than the race baiting and whatever was going on yesterday. What up, people? Appreciate y'all watching and tuning in. So I'm not too worried about it. If you do recall before, I actually intentionally mixed in 15 grams, a tablespoon of coconut oil with my coffee back home where I have all of my supplements. So I was already accustomed to, on a regular basis, keeping a certain base level of fat, as Mark Bell talks about all the time. Your nutrients, even your sugars, rice especially, you're going to be getting a good amount of protein regardless. And I actually just watched a video he did about Rich Paina. Shout out to the guy, he's a good soul, put out a lot of great content in the bodybuilding space. RIP, no longer with us. But he was experimenting with a rice diet for about 4 weeks. Mark Bell did a video on. So he was kind of sugar fasting before it was a sugar fast. Just another person out there experimenting. That is one thing I'll definitely say. If you're committed to your health, if you're committed to bodybuilding, if you're committed to health and nutrition in general, like the people who are out here experimenting, such as myself, you come to experiment the knowledge, not just study it, but actually live it. Anyway, so has my diet been strictly just the sugar fasting, which is going to give the best benefits if I eliminate all that stuff. However, there are some side effects, usually diarrhea, usually your internals basically, where they call them mitochondria. What's breaking down in your stomach is not going to be the same if it's all fruit, all juice, all sugar, if it's dates and things like that. I'm going to be honest, I can go through some food. My body has been put through the test, as I'm sure most of y'all have, but definitely for myself, I've been accustomed to just being able to knock some stuff out. As I've gotten more intentional with what I eat and my nutrition, my body's less accustomed to just deal with anything, so I am not sensitive, but just responsible in what I put my body through. But yeah, there's all kinds of things to keep in consideration. If I was straight sugar fasting, just juice, just fruits, just candy or whatever else I mentioned, marshmallows, if I was just doing that, there would be other side effects, low fat, impacting the hormones and things like that, testosterone, which adds up to the muscle building. So yeah, all kinds of factors to keep in consideration. But your boy is still on it. This is day 2, going strong, sugar fasting for 5 days. Furthest I've gotten, we're down to 228. Remember the goal, the new milestone, another 5 pounds down. New low I'm going for is 219. So we still got another 3 days. I will not be consuming protein inside of a meal. I'm having, this is the flexibility I was talking about, as I've already mentioned, salads, vegetables, cereal, so forms of starch, rice, things I have stocked up on while I'm inside of the sugar fast. I am intending to do. I am not doing an extreme or all out burn as much as I can, lose as much as I can, which I could do with just honey, table sugar, fruits, juices, and maybe we'll try that next. I don't know. Right now, I'm working with my circumstances, travel, hotel, what I have available, and like I said, I actually have another 2 salad kits in there. I compared the 2. They were both going to have, combining 2 of the kits, dressings. They were both going to have some fats, both going to have some proteins. So fuck it. Lesser of 2 evils. Let me just get this in. It's a fucking salad, people. That's kind of my thing. I've always been flexitarian. I'm going to live in this motherfucker. I'm not worried about the scientific rules, dogma, and breakdowns. So for those of you that are keto, those of you that are carnivore, those of you that are, what they call it, zealots for a specific belief and practice, I'm not that. I'm going to live this life. I'm going to do what works for me. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to go for the results. And I'm not going to feel bad about what goes on. So your boy is still in it and going. 72 hours. I actually do want to see what happens. Having the fat and protein in there, I do want to see what happens. Maybe I should give it a sugar fast with nothing but the fruits, the juices, table sugar, and honey. But as of right now, it's not that critical, not that crucial, and not what I'm going to be worried about. So day 2 down, got my workout, getting the steps in. I did not set my watch, but you know I get the 10K every day. Headed up to Walmart, give me some more water, and everything's good. Everything's going as planned. The thing about sugar fasting, the thing about why I love this diet, it doesn't really require much. You heard about the flexibility. I'm still having salad. I'm still having cereal with chocolate milk. Shout out, I don't even know the name, whatever farms, mocha, coffee, mixing in like some chocolate milk and some Frosted Flakes with some apple juice in the morning. Like, I'm feeling good in the neighborhood. A couple of bananas throughout the day, some dates, you know, still having some coffee in the mix, table sugar mixed up in that. I mean, I'm not really hurting over here. This might actually be a bit too lax to consider it a 5-day sugar fast, but we're gonna see. If, you know, when I get down to what I get down to, I normally can drop 3 to 5 pounds. I normally can get some extreme shit going off, but this is not my normal circumstance. I don't have the comforts of the kingdom, being at home, all my supplements, all my resources, working out whenever, however I feel. I'm sticking to a schedule. I'm working around that, and it is what it is. But that's day 2, people. Leave your comments, notes down below. If you have any questions, hit your boy up. I want to see you win. I want to see you succeed. You only live once. That's why you turn into the Ave, right? Let's see what these comments hidden before. Yo, Gamer Grex. What up, fam? I appreciate you. Oh, you missed that Sugar Shred intro. That's what's up. That's what's up. Who is that? Clay? Che? Shelly Martin. Yo, that's a dope way to spell it. I like unique shit. It's a Sugar Shred, bitch. I'm glad y'all like that. A little goofiness on it. Have some fucking fun in life. Life is too fucking serious. You ain't gonna get out alive no matter what. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate the support. Look great. You know, I feel great. I appreciate that. Man, I need to give a thumbs up on comments. Too bad I don't have a moderator while I'm doing this shit. But I appreciate the support, your boy. And that, I will say, feeling great. Like, I'm literally finding myself looking in the mirror. I've been 228. I've been 224. You saw the thumbnail a couple of days ago. I don't actually know if the top abs is poking, but what I'm seeing while I'm in the gym, while I'm getting the pump, and I say this, again, as an individual, I have all this, right, this frame up under here that I'm digging out. You can see the red. When I walk up in that gym, it's like 63 degrees and cold and chilly. I got to get the pump in. Only one set, fam. But anyway, yeah, I've been in the gym for 27 years. So it's there. I'm just now figuring out how to chisel it away. And the thing about that is, now when I'm looking in the mirror, I can see all the definition. I can see my shoulders, my clavicle, my traps, and like, what? I look like a fucking cartoon character, like not a cartoon character, superhero type shit. Like, I'm actually seeing the anatomy of the human body. It's a beautiful fucking thing. I'm enjoying this. You are too, with some fruits, with some rice and salad and good healthy foods and shit. Get on your thing. Anyway, people, anybody else in the chat talking about something? What's the best way to lose fat? Gamer Grex, the best way I have experienced. I always say this, and I'll tell you the same thing. Discipline. I say I'm too fat, but I'm working on it. I have no one to help, and I live in the country. I'm in the country right now. Missouri is close to the country. Your boy got some back roots. Augusta, Georgia, some other places off the beaten path. But yeah, that don't matter, man. Nowadays, honestly, even at gas stations, they got fresh fruits. They got food. Best way to do it, discipline. I'm gonna tell you to start there. Real talk. That's where I started. Getting discipline around what I eat. Getting control of what I eat, when I eat, how I eat. Fasting. Now, it's not the factor of the fasting is gonna lose the most weight. It will. Autophagy. It's gonna do some internal cleansing, clean you up. But it's up here, fam. When you get that power and control of knowing, no, I'm not gonna eat this. I'm gonna choose not to eat this, but I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna choose not to eat now, but I'm gonna eat later. That discipline is the most powerful thing. That will give you the access, because then you can start to understand your nutrition. So first step, get your discipline in order. Second step, get your nutrition in order. Get an understanding of macronutrients. That is what it is. Food for fuel, not flavor and fun. You've had enough of that. That's how you got fat in the first place. Trust me, 378, 14 years ago, my first daughter was born. Your boy's 228. 100 and, what's that? 150, 160 pounds. Dropped the whole motherfucker off of me, right? Fat. You've done that, all right? If you want to get the results, get your discipline in order. When, what, and how you are eating. Get the nutrition in order. Do some research. Find an understanding of your macronutrients. There are only 3. I'm not giving you a bunch of schoolwork. Protein is your building block, your bones, your muscle mass. Energy, what actually fuels you. You can use fat, which you have plenty of it, so you don't really need to dietarily consume it. And carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is basically sugar. How your body breaks it down is sugar. It's a deep country, middle of nowhere. I'll tell you what, if you're in the deep country, middle of nowhere, they have food. As much as they have the fake shit. Now, if you're in a food desert, it may get a little bit harder. And honestly, with the sugar diet, you can just get sugar if it's soda and candy. But real talk, if you can find a way to get the trash food, you can find a way to get the decent food. Again, these steps I'm telling you, get your discipline in order, learn about nutrition, macronutrients, get out there where you can actually understand what you're putting in your body. As you understand the macronutrients, it's basically just removing one. I've done all except carnivore. Ketosis takes a lot longer. It's a bit more hard. You're not going to have as much energy. You're not going to have as much fun. You're not going to have as much flexibility. I just want to be honest, but it is where I started and where I lost the most weight, because that was the initial 100 pounds. I lost my first 60 pounds just doing intermittent fasting, the discipline. I'm telling you the things that I did. I'm not just making shit up. Intermittent fasting, getting the discipline of that, lost 60 pounds, started to understand ketosis. Because I'm fasting, my body's transitioning to start burning the fat off of my body. So now I can gear my whole diet, what I do eat, to ketosis. High fat, moderate protein, minimal carbohydrates. Now again, I'll advise you, it's not the easiest to adhere to. It's not the easiest to stick to, because your body wants carbohydrates. Your body wants sugars. And I say that because it's much easier. Ketosis, in general, just to cleanse the body of carbohydrates, is going to take you 24 to 72 hours to get it out of your system, depending on how active you are. Also, activity. Get up, get moving, get yourself at least 10K steps a day. Get moving in this body. That warms up all the systems. That gets everything working, your heart, your lungs, your metabolism, everything you'll get just from walking. That's what I'm doing right now. It doesn't have to be running. It doesn't have to be on a bike. It doesn't have to be anything. But if you live an active lifestyle, it's more fun. I'm trying to look out for the wind, y'all. Walking around this open parking lot. But anyway, inside of the food, though, like I said, understanding your macronutrients, it is a lot more fun. A lot easier accessible. Oh, the other thing, 3 days to get into ketosis, about 3 weeks to get fat adopted, where your body's actually geared for it, where even if you have some carbohydrates, some bread, rice, whatever, your body will still kick back over to fat burning. So that's a lot of work, right? Or, as you're seeing with your boy here, sugar diet. Give your body sugar, table sugar, honey. And don't tell me you can't find these things. I don't care where you are. You can go anywhere, because everybody's kind of demonized sugar the last decades. So it's available anywhere. Anywhere that has coffee is going to have packets of sugar. Grab that shit by the boatloads, handfuls. I honestly do it myself. Sprinkle it on your fruit. But real talk, you gear your body to sugar, it can kick that into gear immediately. It's going to taste good. You're going to feel good. You're going to have energy. Do your research. I'm not giving you everything that you need to know, but I'm giving you a general understanding and direction inside of it. But with that, it's going to be a lot more fun. determines that it has an excessive amount of it, kicking off the FGF21, which is what I was talking about. So from that, even if you're just sitting on your ass doing nothing, you will raise your metabolism by 20 to 30% just doing nothing, let alone if you are active, because you are consuming the additional sugars. That does not mean sit on your ass and eat 5,000 or 6,000 calories or 500 grams of sugar every day. That means that you can understand the macronutrients that by consuming carbohydrates and more sugars, your body's going to determine we need to burn this off so that it's not sitting around. It's actually going to stabilize your insulin sensitivity. Everything that I say, I'm not a health advisor. Go see a doctor if you need to. Do your proper research, people, because all of these things are pending on how healthy your metabolism is. I want to give a disclaimer to that and be responsible. Remember where I said I started? Discipline, water fasting, starting there, black coffee. That is going to allow your body to start to do that cleansing. See, the thing about water fasting, you don't actually get this with sugar fasting, is the autophagy, is the deep cellular cleansing, is the body's chance to reset. And here's where I said get the understanding of nutrition, because that's really all these diets are. Carnivore is just giving you fat and meats. I don't actually know the details. Animal products, that's the one diet I have not tried. I'm not against it. Just never felt, I've honestly gotten burned out by doing keto for so long and all the byproducts of it. But with that, keto, eliminating carbohydrates. Sugar fasting, eliminating protein. Protein sparing modified fasting, just having protein. You get those three nutrients, you can understand which ones to remove, which one to keep on, off, so on and so forth. And I'll tell you this, fam, last thing I'm gonna give, shout out to my guy, Gaming Grex. Well, I hope you got it, because I've been breaking it down for you. What's a macro? That is your macronutrients. Look at the back of your table. The three main things you want to pay attention to are your macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Those three. If you can manipulate those, you can get the body to activate into fat burning, increasing your metabolism, so on and so forth. And that's what I was just breaking down and explaining. Stay on YouTube, get to searching. You can find all the information you need on all of it. But again, you didn't get fat overnight. I didn't get fat overnight. I was 33 when I finally figured this shit out. I was 13 when I said I wanted to lose weight. So your boy had already spent a good 2 decades fat trying to get rid of the shit. So don't expect it to be anything overnight. I'm having these results on top of 27 years in the gym, on top of 7 years ago, I took 2 years to lose 100 pounds. And now this year, frustrated at not getting the results, I've dialed back in to get the results that I'm getting. So this is not just, oh, I started sugar fasting and I'm losing 10 pounds a week, 5. That's just not even actually healthy, technically. Healthily, taking your time, 1 to 2 pounds a week. And sugar dieting, again, increases the metabolism. If you have a healthy metabolism, so there's a lot of foundational things. I want to give you all the information to help you as much as possible, because it can get risky. You're talking about your health, and as I always say, you only live once, you only get one body. I was just lazy, and it's BAM! Accountability. That's the first fucking step. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. That's what's up. That's the first step right there. You were lazy, now you can be intentional. Now you can be on top of the shit. Real talk. Reach out to your boy if you want some support. If you have some questions, I'm more than happy to help. That's what I'm doing it for him. Just living it, and it is absolutely possible. Go back and look at my very first video. No, I'm just not getting you to click on some shit, but you will see a motherfucker 378 pounds right here. Don't look nothing like me. Look like this underneath. But again, I had a whole motherfucking person on top of me, 150 pounds of shit I had to, get up off the board. So with that, man, again, I appreciate y'all tuning in, going along with the journey. Gamer Grex, I want to see you again. Your boy's going live every day. Stick with me. Hey, hop on your sugar fast. Hit it for the last 3 days with me. Give it a try, man. Just put some honey in there every day. Start with that. See how you feel. That's literally where I started to give it a try. By the end of the weekend, I was sold, and I've been on it for the last 60 days, going strong. So real talk, do your research. Stick around on YouTube. In the meantime, I'm going to be right here. Wishing you the best. Only success, fam. Being the best version of myself. One could say, lift it with me. Feet on forward, baby. That's what I'm talking about. The question is, people, who are you going to be? Peace.